Hey guys, welcome back to another pre-match stream. This is West Ham versus Chelsea. I'm feeling very nervous about this match. I don't know why. I feel like we always not struggle, but West Ham have just become such a good team that it's a really difficult fixture, especially away. We saw what they did to Liverpool. They beat them 3-2 when they played them at home. And so I don't know. How are you guys feeling? Let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions about Chelsea, about the match, about Premier League, whatever, make sure to put them in the comment box. I'll try to get to as many as possible. I usually start these streams a teensy bit earlier, but I've had a very busy morning. I've been a busy gal. So I just did some power yoga and my arms are like still shaking. So hopefully you can't notice too much and have like a very sleepy face, even though it's 12:30. So Arun asked, is Lukaku fit? Yeah, I think even in Thomas Tuchel's presser that he like hinted that he was going to be starting, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Andrew says, I feel more nervous for this game than I was for Liverpool. So you're not alone, Ellie. Like, I feel that because I think against Liverpool, you're like bracing yourself, like, okay, they're an incredible team. Like, I of course don't want to lose, but a draw would be a fair result because we're both like at more or less the same level. But against West Ham, it's like one of these things that you really need to be beating them, especially for the top four race, like and for the Premier League title race. Like, we should be beating West Ham. Yeah, Anto says it's going to be really tricky. Liverpool lost against them. Manchester City found them very hard to beat. Yeah, I know. So it definitely is going to be a very difficult game, and I'm nervous for it. I'm really nervous for this one. Let's see. I didn't. How can I listen to his new jokes? Like, please tell me. I know that Ali Bender posted something that he was like joking at the brunch yesterday. Let's see. Syed says, what left back would you like to get if Chilwell injury serious? I don't know. Honestly, I don't have any like in mind. I don't know who would be available on the market right now, especially in January. That's always really difficult to do business. And if clubs know that Chelsea are in desperate need of a left back, maybe we would be recalling Emerson or recalling Ian Matson. I think that's probably the most likely. All right, it's 12:30. I'm going to refresh Chelsea's page to see if the starting 11 has come out yet. Let's see. It's out, guys. It's out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it is Mendy, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, James, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Alonso, Ziyech, Havertz, Mount. Oh, so Lukaku isn't starting. Somebody says that Tuchel was like hinting that he would be starting. And then on the bench, we have Arrizabalaga, Azpilicueta, Sarr, Barkley, Saul, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Lukaku, Werner. I quite like that front three. I do quite like it. So let's just go one by one. So Christensen is playing right center back, Thiago center back, Rudiger left center back, James right wing back, Alonso left wing back, a pivot of Jorginho Loftus-Cheek. I think that will be more beneficial to Loftus-Cheek to have Jorginho as the anchor, and it will allow him to roam more. And I think just feel more confident knowing that he has Jorginho next to him. And then a front three of Ziyech, Havertz, and Mount. I do think that out of all of the attackers, Hakim Ziyech has been stepping up recently. I think he's had a couple of strong performances. I haven't felt that he's ever been like super consistent for Chelsea, so I want to hopefully see that he's starting to gain that consistency and becoming the player that I thought he was going to be when we signed him. So let's see. And then I thought that Mason was brilliant against Watford. That was such a hard game. That was so difficult to break down. So I do think like the attack is quite good. Maybe you bring on Lukaku around the 60th minute mark. You have Pulisic as well that you can bring on. Yeah, I quite like the look of that team. What do you guys think about Callum not starting? Because I know that a lot of people wanted him to start. Did he start against Watford? I don't think he did, but I'm literally so bad at remembering these things. Yeah, Yeah, Jupiter, you're not alone. I'm so nervous as well. Yeah, I'm literally going to be watching the game like this because I really want us to win it. It's a big game. Um, Cephas said, I think we're going to be fine against West Ham. I see it's completely annoying their midfield, and I can see Reece being a nightmare for them. Super confident. I hope so. I hope that you're right. I look at what they did to Liverpool, and I felt that they were so smart in the way that they defended so strongly, so brilliantly, and then they took their chances when they had them, and Liverpool did give them chances. Chelsea have been giving up more chances than we did last season, more chances than I would like us to. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a pretty open game. Ento says Chelsea's attackers need to score because when the defenders and midfielders stop scoring, then it's going to be a real problem. Yeah, this is something that I've kind of been saying as well, that like we've had so many goals from so many different goal scorers, which is brilliant. But on the other side of it, like I don't think that you can always rely on your defenders and midfielders to be the ones who are scoring goals, because it's just like not feasible for the long run. Like you do need your attackers to be scoring. So I really hope that we see some goals, maybe from Mason, from Ziyech, from Havertz. Like let's see. Vishnu says, no need to be nervous against Watford. We were open in the midfield today. Georgie's back, so we will win. Yeah, I hope so. I hope that Ruben has a good game as well, because I thought that he didn't have such a good game against Watford. I think it's good that Thomas Tuchel is really placing his trust in him and saying, okay, like, I know you didn't have the best of games, but he's still giving him another opportunity. On the other hand, like, who else do we really have to be starting? Because I don't think that Saul is going to start another game. Like, I would be really surprised if he started at least a league game. So with the injuries, we don't really have so many options. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's a good team. I totally agree. I think that this is a really good team. Kiana says West Ham are matching our formation. I didn't take a look at the West Ham. I feel like it's just like written in the stars for why can't I get to their Twitter? For Kurt Zuma, to score against us, and he came on and said like, oh yeah, Chelsea are a really strong team, but I'm West Ham. So they're starting a lineup: Fabianski, Kufal, Zuma, Dawson, Diop, Johnson, Suchek, Rice, Lanzini, Bowen, Antonio. That's a solid lineup as well. I just feel like Declan Rice or Kurt Zuma are going to score against us. Don't ask me why. I knew it's the clean sheet, guys. My fantasy team has been so crap this year, like beyond crap. I'm just seeing red arrow after red arrow after red arrow every week, and it's so frustrating. And I have a double Chelsea defense, taking a risk there. So I don't know. Rowie says Mount's going to work very hard today to compensate for Alonso. Hope for the best. Yeah, I hope so as well. I mean, I feel that we are quite limited with Alonso. Not that he's not a good attacker, but just like the amount that Ben Chilwell can do, that Ben Chilwell can drop into different spaces and create overloads in the midfield, and then he can go back and defend, he can go forward. He just does so much, whereas you're really only going to see Marcus Alonso combining with whoever plays on the left, which I think is probably going to be more Mason, and for Mason to be covering that space. And you'll see Alonso maybe move the ball forward, and for Mason to maybe go to the byline or cross it in. Maybe Alonso will make a run, but it's definitely not as like fluid as Ben Chua. I really miss him. Andrew says Cresswell's not fit to start. I think Ben Johnson will play at left wing back for West Ham. Yeah, and he's not fit to play. Oh my God, 3-0 win. That's mad. That's I really like Well, guys, I'm really bad at predicting scores because whenever I predict like a big win, like, yes, we're definitely going to win this game, it ends up being like we scrape out a win or we'll draw or something. And then when I predict like, oh, I think it's going to be like a 1-0, then we go on to win like 4-0. So there's no rhyme or reason. I don't know why this happens. I want a clean sheet. I'm gonna say like 2-0, maybe 1-0. I'm leaning like more towards a 1-0, but I want a 2-0. Well, I want a whatever nil, right? I want to win. Vishnu says Hudson is a good dribbler, speedy runs, but finishing is poor. That's why he's not in the starting lineup. CH well deserved. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I feel that specifically with Chelsea's attack, there's just like so many different players, and they're all more or less fit. So we see them rotating a lot, and I feel like if you have like even just one bad game, it just opens the doors for somebody else to come in and take your spot. Obviously, we have so many games as well, so we're not going to see the same people play every single game. But I did think that CH was pretty good. Hopefully, he has another good game. Oh my God. So Andrew chose Reece James as captain at FPL. Like, do you have Salah? Please let me know because I literally just captain Salah every single game. Like, the captain's armband is just stuck on him, and more times than not, it ends up working out for me. Uh, AC Tiger says do another collab with Eunice. Okay, I'll have to message him. It's like really busy Christmas season, and I'm about to go to New York on Friday. So the time difference is not going to be in our favor. But I'll message him, my birthday twin, and see if he wants to hop on the channels again. Okay. Yeah, I agree that Callum has missed some big chances, and that's probably why he hasn't been starting. Let's see. And to say some Chelsea fans are so confident. I think they didn't see West Ham matches. I think people are like trying to be optimistic. At least that's what I would like to think. But I'm not feeling as confident. I mean, they're currently in 4th place. The one thing I will say is that they currently haven't won, I think, 3 in their last 5 games. So if I just pull up the Premier League table quickly. So Chelsea are sitting in first with 33 points, City with 32, Liverpool 31, and then wow, there's like such a massive gap. Then below them are West Ham with 24. Their last game they drew, then they had 2 losses and 2 wins, and Chelsea have been kind of inconsistent. Win, draw, win, draw, win. The thing that's a little bit scary to me, City have 4 wins in a row. Liverpool have 3 wins in a row. I feel like they're really going to start building off of that. We have like really not so easy fixtures coming up. So I really don't know like what we're going to do with that. But hopefully we can still be at top of the table after the Christmas break. I mean, it's just so many games. Sule says, what are your thoughts on Lukaku doubters? I mean, yeah, I do think that he's going to come good for Chelsea. I think it's just a matter of him like figuring out how to play with the team and the team figuring out how to play with him. Because I feel like last season we just didn't have like an out and out focal point like a Lukaku where you could just like play the ball to him and he's going to like hold it up and have like a really good shot, really good finisher. And the team played like very fluid. And I think that we pressed as a unit. And with Lukaku, I don't think he's necessarily the type of player who's going to be pressing as much as like a Kai Havertz. So I don't know if the team has necessarily figured out how to play with him and how Lukaku can adjust his game to play the way that we want to play. Like I thought that he started the season brilliantly. He scored in like the first 3 matches and then he went on a bit of a drought and then he got injured. So we really haven't seen him play. I think they said on like my commentary maybe for the United game that he hasn't scored since like September because he went on the drought and he actually got injured at the Malmo game that I was at Stamford Bridge. So it's really been a while since we've even seen him in the starting 11. I do think he's going to come good. I think that Tuchel is being like very um like not risk averse, but like preserving him because he's been injured. So he's being very careful with how he uses Lukaku right now. And I mean, the times that he has come on, he's had like 10, 15, 20 minutes where it's like not so much in order to affect a change in the game. But yeah, I hope that he comes on and scores. I think if he's fit enough, maybe we'll see him starting for Senate in the Champions League midweek. I think that's the next game that's coming up. There's so many games. Anto says that Anto is a Liverpool fan. For you guys that don't know, he said, "I think we did the right thing that we didn't sign Saul because he didn't fit well in England." Yeah, I mean, I feel really bad for the guy. Like I've said it so many times. Like I really wanted it to work out. I wanted him to be able to restart his career at Chelsea, but it just hasn't worked out. And he somehow like keeps falling like lower in the pecking order. And I just don't feel that he looks so confident when he's playing. That's two halftime subs. Like that's got to be like so hard for your confidence. I totally understand it. Um, but I just feel like we have much better players, especially with the likes of Conor Gallagher and Billy Gilmore coming back from loan at the end of the season. I think that they're going to be brilliant for us and their academy products. So I wouldn't go buying Saul. Oh, this is a brilliant question. Thank you, Darian. Hey, Elizabeth, what's your thoughts on Thiago Silva's 50th appearance he made against Watford midweek and breaking London Derby records? That's absolutely mad. Like, does anybody else feel like they wish? I'm sure every Chelsea fan wishes this that we signed Thiago Silva like 5 or 10 years ago. Like, he's just been one of the most stable players for Chelsea, one of the most consistent players. And I'm convinced this man ages backwards. Like he's 37 and he's still playing at the highest level and making like super important saves and interceptions for Chelsea. And I felt like versus Watford, as soon as he came on the pitch, like I felt that the team just like chilled out a bit and they they didn't look like as frantic. And I think that he just brings this like calming presence to the side. It's like, okay, Thiago Silva's here. He's really like a senior player with a load of experience, and he's like helping the other players to feel more calm. And just knowing and feel that you have Thiago Silva behind you or next to you, helping to bail you out if anything happens, like that must be a major relief. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. I really hope that he signs a contract extension, and I think that he will. Jay, they all says that he will lose points because it's Ranieri. I don't like Watford have been playing really well. We saw how they played against us. Like they could have easily won that game. I feel Menzi made some good saves. And I don't know, like I thought that they were so good. So I feel that hopefully they can do a job for us against City. I think City will probably still win, but we can dream, right? Vishnu says Lukaku needs somebody like Zeus with some delicious through balls. Hope it will happen soon. I feel like I haven't been seeing that like so much from Ziyech, to be honest. Sorry, yeah, so much from Ziyech. Like the players that I do see through balls from are Thiago Silva, surprisingly, and Jorginho. And I know that Ziyech like maybe attempts it a few times, but it's like so like nobody's on that page, and so nobody is even anticipating it, and it kind of just rolls out to no man's land. But I mean, hopefully we can see some link up. I just want Lukaku to come good for us, and to we figure out which attackers are best playing, and just have so many. Yeah, I want him to be a success as well. No, no. I hope that we're not dropping points. I low-key hope that we face like Real or Atletico in the Champions League so that I can go to the game because we played both of them, but no fans were allowed in the stadium last season, and it was so depressing. And I think that we could beat both of these teams. I'm just saying. Is it Tucker says, Yo, Elizabeth, you think Barkley's career is over at Chelsea after that miss against Burnley? I mean, I was actually quite surprised that Thomas Tuchel was like having him come back into the team because I really thought that his time at Chelsea was over. But the thing with Barkley is that he is just like so inconsistent. It's so frustrating because I feel that he has some games where he looks brilliant and he'll play a really nice ball or a really nice pass. And you're like, wow, this is incredible. But then other games where he just doesn't do much on the pitch. And I just don't feel that he's ever truly found that consistency that I would be looking for in a player like Barkley. So maybe we'll see him like appear for squad depth or because we need rotation, but I would honestly be surprised if he stays past the summer. Like I do think that he's probably going to leave Chelsea soon. Yeah, it says prime Thiago Silva with John Terry Ivanovic and Ashley Cole 0 goals conceded the entire season. That would be mad. Could you imagine? Like not 15, it would be like 0. uh Sule says, what are your thoughts on the Rudiger contract issue? Well, I think that Rudiger probably is seeing the likes of Kai Havertz and Lukaku and Timo Werner, N'Golo Kante, and saying, hey, I'm just as important as these guys. And especially like when Timo Werner and Kai Havertz aren't in good form and Rudiger has been in good form, he's probably saying like, hey, I deserve way more money. And if not, I'm going to go to somewhere where I can get a lot more money and I'll leave on a free. The thing with Rudiger, and this is something that Chelsea, I feel like, have kind of struggled with in past years, is that Chelsea changed the manager so much. So we're left with players from a lot of different eras. So Marcus Alonso is like from the Conte era, you have Jorginho from the Sarri era, and you have Ziyech from Lampard. So you're left with players and you're trying to make it work, right? And when we were playing in a back four, I honestly didn't feel that Rudiger played well. Like I didn't feel that any of our defenders really played so well in a back four. And I think the back three really suits him. I don't want Thomas Tuchel to leave Chelsea ever. I think he's so freaking brilliant. And this is the most connected I've felt to Chelsea and to a manager in a long time. And so I think that he should get the contract extension and get the bump, but I can see why Chelsea are maybe trepidating a little bit on that one. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it's so funny. I changed my like Avi or however you guys say it on Twitter, and everybody like people were like legit mistaking me for Marina Granovskaya like stan account because apparently I look like her. I don't know. I don't really see the resemblance so much. But let me know what you think. So Shivan2 says, what do you think of Aspie not getting much game time? I'm like so surprised by this. Is anybody else surprised that Aspie isn't getting so much game time? Like I feel that he can really play like anywhere across the back line. I don't think that he's really done anything wrong. And all of a sudden, from like one day to the next, he was injured and then he came back and he just wasn't starting games and getting anything. I really don't know because especially with the amount of fixtures that Chelsea have had, I would have thought that that Aspie would be starting at least like half of the games, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It's a really, really strange one. I don't know what's going on. He also is out of contract at the end of the season. And I really hope that he doesn't leave Chelsea. I don't think he's going to leave Chelsea, but if he still keeps not getting game time, who knows? Who knows? So this is a weird one. Hopefully we see him starting in the Champions League midweek because I really don't have any reason why Chelsea wouldn't be playing him. Yeah, people are saying about Rudiger replacements. I really have no idea. Like I'd have to look into it, but I just feel like you're going to be spending so much money on a replacement anyways. It's probably about the same or much more than just putting him on a new contract. Yeah, Sony says I definitely look like her. That's funny. yeah, I don't know why Aspie isn't playing, guys. You know that's heartbreaking for me. You know it. How are you guys feeling about the game though? Are you like, we're approaching the half-hour mark? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a match review because my niece and nephew are coming over and we're making pizzas and baking cookies. And so I think my nephew will watch the game with me and then we'll put on like some cheesy movie or something. So I don't think I'm going to be able to stream after the game, just FYI. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow if you guys are down for that. Um, Andrew says, I think Christensen was picked over Aspie because of the height factor. Could be. I mean, yeah, I don't know. West Ham are like a very tall team, so this could make sense. Aspie's not the tallest. I think he's like maybe 5'10" or something like this. So that could totally make sense. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that we've covered a lot. This has kind of been a bit of a shorter pre-match stream. I'm like very tired for some reason. I feel like a lot of people are tired because it's like an early kickoff and kind of a weird time. I know in the US as well, it's like 7:30 to 4:30 kickoff depending on where you live. So maybe everybody's feeling a teensy bit tired, but let me know how are you feeling about the game, what your score predictions are. Oh, I didn't say who do you guys think are going to score the goals today? Who do you think? I think I always say Havertz and then he doesn't score. But I really want him to score, so I'm going to say Havertz scores. I'm going to say it's like a 1-0 and Havertz scores. I hope that it's not that pessimistic of a game. Let's see. Yeah, for some people it's really nice. Like 8 p.m., 6 p.m. I much prefer it. Oh, 7 a.m. Yeah. Antonio 1-0. No, don't tell me this, please. I took him out of my fantasy team. Our striker Reece. Yeah, Reece really has become our striker. Reece says Mount. Luis says Rom. Ziyech, and then Lukaku from the bench. Mount. Yeah, if Chelsea miss their chances, it is going to be difficult. I totally agree with you. Yeah, a lot of people say Mount. I really like this like kickoff time because like for the Champions League, or no, it was the game midweek Watford. I know it did finish a little bit later than intended, but for like those games, the Champions League games, it's like so late for me to stream because I usually go to bed by like 11 and I'm streaming until like super late and then go to bed. Yeah, bring me on the pitch, you guys. I will get the job done 1,000%. Okay, guys, I hope that guys, no, you're Tottenham. How can you even say this with a straight face? Please, please. That's just so funny. I know you're like trolling, but I just find it so funny. Anyways, um, sorry guys, there's so many questions. Like there's legit so many comments. Sorry that I missed some of them. They literally just start spewing and I can't get to every single one. Um, you're being serious. I mean, we have 2 Champions Leagues. Come on. Like, please, please, please. Um, Even I think Antonio Conte was like, yeah, things are dire. I hear. I'm just kidding. I always like um, what's the words like banter with rival fans. Um, you guys are so funny. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go try to eat something before the game. Hopefully, you enjoy it. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see you for a post match. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. Let me know in the comments like what maybe time and day works best for you. I also have off of work on Monday and Wednesday because it's a holiday here. So let me know what type of videos you want to do. I'm thinking maybe like a top 6 preview or like a Champions League preview, something along those lines. But let me know what you think would be like interesting, and I'll try to do that. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, hit a like, please. Really helps me out so other people find my channel, and subscribe if you're not. I've really appreciated the support recently on my channel. I think it's like low-key down to the new thumbnails. I got them done. Shout out Paulo on Twitter. But yeah, okay, guys, hope that you enjoy the game, and hopefully we have a Chelsea win. Until next time, I'm out. Bye.